everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is going to be my second update for my Star Wars Round 2 Prequel Trilogy Project Pan. So if you want to see what the progress has been on my products this month, if I have any rollouts, and where we stand going into the month of March, well then sit tight, we're going to jump right into it. My name is Marie and I am a beautiful mess. Here on my channel, I like to do a lot of project panning content, eyeshadow content, and really any other kind of makeup content that I can think of. So sit back, relax, and come on a magical makeup journey with me. So like I said, today's episode is going to be my second update for my Star Wars Round 2 Prequel Trilogy Project Pan. This is a fantastic ladies collab and was created by Daniella Santos Munoz. This project runs from January 4th all the way through May 4th, which if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what May 4th is. May the 4th be with you. So there were 10 prompts in this project. I am working on 9 of them because last month we did have a rollout. So let's start at the top of the list and work our way down. Product number 1 is for Anakin Skywalker, and this corresponds to a product of your choice because he's the chosen one. So I chose my Hourglass Jellyfish palette because I had just gotten it for Christmas and I wanted to get some uses on it. The goal on this was just to use it organically. This is what the palette is looking like. In the first month, I was able to use this 10 times, and when I say use this, I use everything that's in the palette when I use it. I'm trying to keep my stats consistent so I can count this in my percentage for my Project 10 uses Project Pan. My goal in that project is to try to use everything in my collection at least 10 times. So if you want to catch that, haven't caught those episodes, I'll link it up in the cards here. And this month I was able to use this 3 times for a total of 5 times of reaching for this since it's been in the project. I took this with me when I went to New Jersey because it is a great all-in-one palette. Everything that you need is in here for your full face. And one of the things I came to realize about this palette, I love these powders. When you are looking for something that is just quick and easy and out the door and everything is in here, this is the palette that I'm gonna be reaching for. I'm not a big, huge fan of face palettes like this, but this is definitely a winner. And I'm definitely happy that I picked this up. Will it be an every year pickup? Probably not, unless the cover speaks to me like the jellyfish did. So this is going to continue to stay in the project. Holy, we only have one more update and then the finale, right? Because we're in March right now, April, and then May. Oh my gosh. So one more update and then the finale. I better get a move on with some of my products. Product number 2 is for Qui-Gon Jinn, and this prompt corresponds to a balancing product. So I decided to roll in my NYX Professional Color Correcting palette. That's the palette right there. My goal on this was to just use this organically as well. Last month, I decided that I wanted to hit each shade in here at least 10 times so that I could count this towards my whole collection palette percentage for Project 10 uses. So this yellow shade I had not touched the entire time this has been in the project, but decided to get some uses on this purple one, which I was uncertain what purple color correcting was used for, and it's used for yellow. And I don't really have a lot of yellow in my skin. So I was asking myself, how am I gonna get use on this purple? And I have found that when I lay this down on my under eyes first and then put the yellow on top, that it works really well. At first I was just starting to use the yellow by itself, but now I'm using these in conjunction. have really found by using this palette that these are not my colors anymore. That the salmon color is something that I use, and that the green is something that I use on the occasion that I have redness. So once this palette is used up, I'm not going to be repurchasing it again, and probably going to be sticking to my Becca color corrector because I really love that one, and then having a separate green color corrector. But let's go through the usage. This one had not touched before this month. This month I was able to use this 9 times. So one more use to hit my 10 uses for my Project 10 Uses project. The purple I had not touched before this month, but was able to use it 7 times. And the light beige shade, I used it once last month and once this month. So I've got 8 uses left to go if I want to count it for my pan percentage. It's okay for an under eye concealer. It's not my favorite. So again, this whole palette has no use in my collection because there's just shades in here I would never use. The green one, this month I had used it 7 times. And last month I had used it 3 times, so I have hit 10 uses on this green shade. The salmon color I ended up using 2 times this month. Last month I had used it 12 times for a total of 14 uses on this shade. And the dark brown shade in here I am using as a cream bronzer. So I used this once last month and once this month, so this has a total of 2 uses on it. I very much feel like I want to use this palette up before it dries out because I fear that once this project ends, I'm not going to be reaching for it anymore. Trying to see what damage I can do with this. Maybe I will work on it this year to try to get some of these shades used up and out of my collection. Product number 3 is for the Prompt Padme Amidala. And that corresponds to a product that's either work appropriate or glamorous, because she's both. She's both. So I decided to roll in my NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in the shade Deepest Brown. Last month I was able to use this 12 times, and then I used it once more this month. Tried to put it in my sharpener, and it would not sharpen. You can see where I tried. So this is a product that is rolling out. This is used up and out of my makeup collection. So really excited about that. And if it wasn't for this project, it never would have happened. Well, not at least for a while. Product number 4 is for the Prompt Mace Windu, and that corresponds to a purple product. So I decided to roll in my Lethal Cosmetics blush in the shade Cryostasis. Yep, that is a purple blush. Last month, I was able to use this 7 times. This month, alas, I have not used it at all, which is shocking to me. I think once I was done with the pinky purple looks for February, I just didn't reach for this. I had put a 20 use goal on this, and there's a couple products in here that have a 20 use goal on it, and I will be completely honest with you, as long as I hit 10 uses on each of the products so I can get the pan percentage for my Project 10 Uses project, I will count it as a win in my book. This was out of the Theresa is Lethal collection, which was her second collection with Lethal Cosmetics. I will put her channel in the description box down below. I don't think you can get these anymore. Lethal is located in Germany, and Camera Ready Cosmetics, that is here in the States, does carry Lethal Cosmetics. So if you don't want to order from Germany, you want to order from inside the US, Camera Ready is someplace that you can check out to see if they still have this in stock. I don't think it is, but if it is, I'll put the link in the description box down below as well. So only a total of 7 uses on this. I have some work to do in the next 2 months. Product number 5 is for the Prompt Battle Droids, and this corresponds to the prompt, a product that you have multiples of in your collection. So I chose my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. This is what it's looking like right now, and this particular one is right down here. I have several of these as backups in my collection. So my goal on this was to at least use this one up. I had one more of this size, and now I have a full size as well as a mini in my collection, thanks to a free gift from Ulta. Definitely want to see how many of them I can work my way through. I'm thinking that this one is going to at least be used up and then get some usage on the next oldest one in my collection. But I don't think it's going to be much more than that. I hadn't been gravitating towards this color the entire month of February, but now that it's March and I'm doing a lot of green looks, this color really goes with green looks. And spring is right around the corner, so I anticipate that I'm going to get some more usage on this then. In the first month, I was able to use this 7 times, and this past month, I was able to use it 13 times for a total of 20 uses in this project. Now, when it comes to lip products, when I say 20 uses, that's 20 days worth of use. I do reapply lip products throughout the day, so that's how I get a lot of usage on my lip glosses, because I'm always reapplying them throughout the day. So very happy with my progress on this. This is going to stay in the project until the very end to see how far I can get through the other multiples that are in my collection. Product number 6 is for the prompt clones, and this corresponds to the prompts, a product that you have variations of in your collection. So I chose my CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain, and this one is in the shade Shuggy Girl. I received these in PR from Influencer, this one and the other shade Crimson Glory, but this is the one that I've been focusing on in this project. I did put a 20 use goal on this. Last month I used it once. This month I used it once. So I have 18 uses left to go, which I'm gonna need to really hunker down on this project in the next 2 months. This is the project that I've kind of been letting slip through the cracks and focusing on other ones. But now that there's only 2 months left, I really do want to hit my goals on the products that I put in this project. So I'm gonna really need to concentrate and get some uses on this since I only have 2 months left. Don't really like it as a product. I will be completely honest with you. I use it as a lip liner, and then I usually fill in my lips like I would any other lip liner. When my gloss and my lipstick wears off, the stain does not wear evenly. So this is not my favorite product, would not repurchase, do not recommend. Product number 7 is for the prompt Jar Jar Binks, and this corresponds to the prompt, a product that's awkward to use but somehow works. So I decided to roll in my NYX Epic Ink Liquid Liner in the shade Black. I decided to put a 20 use goal on this. It is just your basic felt tip pen style liquid liner, which is not something that I tend to gravitate towards. I tend to gravitate towards brush tips. I did put a 20 use goal on this product. Last month I was able to use it twice. This month I only used it once for a total of 3 uses in this project. So I have 17 uses left to go. Again, I am really gonna need to hunker down on using this, although I have been really gravitating towards a pencil liner in my upper lash line, and then something fun and colorful like I have in my look today on the lower lash line. Hopefully I can get at least the 10 uses on this in the next 2 months, if not the 17 that I have left of this product. Product number 8 is for the prompt Ahsoka Tano. And this corresponds to the prompt, a product that is well known in the beauty community, but not mainstream. For example, an indie brand. So I decided to roll in my Lethal Cosmetics gel eyeliner in the shade Galactic Goo. This is what that color looks like. This was also part of the Theresa is Lethal collection from Lethal Cosmetics. So I've had it about a year, haven't really used it that much. And like my other Lethal gel pots, it is starting to dry out. So I really need to get good uses on them. I have been able to revive them with Duraline. So that is something, but not something I'm going to be repurchasing again, just because I've had gel eyeliners from the drugstore in pots like this that never dried out like that. I have a feeling that's because I was using it every day, and I think the more that you move it around in there, the more moist it stays. And as you work your way through the product, there's gooey stuff down there. It's not all completely dried up, unless it's like my gray one that's like a hockey puck and I can rattle it around in there. I did put a 20 use goal on this as well. Last month I used it once. This month I used it once for a total of 2 uses. So I have 18 uses left to go on this. So again, I need to get a move on with this if I'm going to hit my 20 use goal in the next 2 months. But spring is right around the corner. This is not the right shade of green for St. Patrick's Day, but once St. Patrick's Day has come and gone, I do anticipate being able to wear this similarly to what I'm wearing today in my lower lash line and get the uses on this on looks for spring. So 2 more months, we'll have to see how far I get. Product number 9 is for Darth Maul, and that prompt corresponds to a product that just won't die. Just won't die. So I rolled in my NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. This is just a little mini of it, and that is what it looks like. Before this project, I had never used Orgasm before, and now I see the hype of this. It is a beautiful pinky blush with some gold reflect in it, and it looks stunning on the cheeks. Last year, I was panning an e.l.f. blush that had sparkle in it. Did not really like that one, and that's because the sparkles in that was the size of craft glitter. And this one, the specks are much smaller, and I find I do like that better. I did put a 20 use goal on this. Last month I used it once. This month I was able to use it 3 times for a total of 4 uses. So I have 16 uses left to go in this project over the next 2 months. It is vying for attention because I'm trying to hit pan in another blush for another project and trying to use another blush up in another project. So definitely vying for attention. I don't need to be rolling in any more blushes into any more projects anytime soon. Oh, and then I've got the purple Lethal one as well. So I am blush rich. So hopefully I'll be able to hit my goal on this. We'll have to see next update where I stand. So like I said, there were 10 prompts for this project. I did roll them all in at once. Last month I did hit my goal on one of the prompts, which is why there's only 9 for you today. If you want to catch that episode, I'll link it up in the cards here so you can see what product that was. Since there were only 10 prompts total, nothing is going to be rolling in to this project. So the question becomes, will I be able to hit all of my goals in the next 2 months before this project ends? Tune in to next episode to find out. Are you doing this project? Let me know in the comments down below and what platform you're doing it on, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. I'd love to come on over and cheer you on. But that's everything that I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. You know, I always love when you do. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It lets YouTube know that you like my content and that other people with the same interests as you will like my content too. Thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.